numbers, approximation, exact value, significant figures, decimals, decimal places, ordinary notation, and standard form. Look at that sum. It's given as equals to blah blah. And you're asked to find the value of the following, giving your answer in standard form and ordinary notation for the following: 5s, square root s, and t squared. Ooh, what's that? Can you do this without a calculator? All of you, look at it. Wow, the joy of learning. What is it? Maths is magic. Magic. 888. My. Hey, Alan. 8 is called what? Fat Chinese. Fat Fat. What's what? Then what is this? What is this? Plus 8. And you want to do this sum without calculator? Hello. Hey. Hi. Hello, everybody. Don't fear numbers. Don't fear them. Whatever 8 is in Chinese, they say, I know 8 is supposed to be a lucky number. But let's first of all turn off your handphones and your calculators. They want it turned off. Let's get to try this sum. Actually, there is a pattern in this number. You could, never mind, you could use your calculator, and I will show you the joy of it. And then you're going to share it with others and show what a genius you are. Yup, they will be amazed and they will think that you are the mathematicians David Copperfield with a mathematics degree of the highest level. Let's look at it. 8 times 8 plus 13. Oh, it's BODMAS. You have to multiply first. This is 64 plus 13. 64 plus 13 is 64 plus 13. 74 plus 3, 77. Now 8 times 88 plus 13. Amazing, there is this pattern of a 717. Now what you can do, alright, I would like to show you that 8 times 88 plus 13. All you need to do is you said 8, 88 is 100, 100 minus a 12, alright, 100 minus a 12 plus 13. You get 800 minus a 96 and you plus a 13. Alright? And you can see, my dear friends, if I look at this very clearly, 96 take away 18, you can see the pattern. You can look at, it's more minus. So 96 take away 13 is because this answer is going to be a negative answer. You get an 83. And when you take away, you get the 717. Now for this sum, alright, you can do it again the same style and you get 7117. For this sum, you get 71117. Ooh, look at the beauty of it. Here, you get 71117. Now, do you see a trick here? Alright, in this pattern, it's so easy to remember, and once in a while, if you adore someone, alright, and you want to get to win the attention, I'm not talking about boy-girl relationship, behave yourself there, don't go show the opposite gender and show you're very smart. But I just want to say, if you want to show your mom, your dad, or your cousin, or your uncles, or your aunts, hey, I know this, and teach them the beauty of this. Alright, here is 88, there's no 1 here. The double 8s will give you 1 1. The triple 8s will give you 2 1s. The 4 8s will give you triple 1s. You saw that? And you see the 5 8s will give you 4 1s. And what will the next answer be? You can see there is 6 8s here. There will be 5 1s, and you get a 7. And similarly for this sum, there are 6, you can see 7 8s here. So what you get is you get 6 1s. 1 2 3, 1 2 3, 7. If you can't believe it, use your calculator now. Check it out, and you see the amazing beauty that happens in this world revolving about numbers 8 8 and 13. Alright, this is just a pattern, a beautiful sum before we get to sums today that we'll be learning. Significant figures and standard form. You saw the beauty of it, my dear friends? Alright? And you want to be very funny with somebody, you said, hey, what is this sum? You can give a bit more cheekily. You can say 8 times, put many 8s. Alright? There's 6, there's 9 8s. Plus 13. Alright, tell me what's the answer gonna be. Alright, there are 9 8s here. 3, 6, 9. So the first number is a 1. Yep. You've got 9 8s means how many numbers? How many ones? 8 1s. Wonderful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and what's the last number gonna be? 7. Even your calculator cannot do lah. You try lah. I want to try my calculator. You try and I try. Alright. 8 times 9 8s here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 13. Oh, this calculator not bad. Alright, but maybe you can give it more. Maybe 10 8s. And your calculator got no space for the sum to do it. And you'll be amazed how you can beat these things. So these are little patterns that you can see. Remember them. Take it as a fun moment. Alright, my dear boys and girls. Today we're going to do something called significant figures. Alright, revision on these topics. Exact value, approximation or estimation. Decimal places. I know it's so simple, but sometimes you're making a lot of mistakes. And then ordinary notation and standard form. So this is a revision. Alright, let me clean. You want this on? I shall leave it on. But let me clean the board here as you work at this. Now let's look at the first sum. And before that, when you want to do, alright, you want to get in standard form and in ordinary notation. Now in standard form and ordinary notation, each answer to be expressed in this way. A standard form means your answer has to be in A, must be between, alright, more than 1, alright, it can be 1 and more, but less than 10, times 10 to the power of n. The n can be a positive or a negative integer. And when it comes to ordinary notation, they want the full value of it, because sometimes people can't read what is it, they want to see the exact value. Alright, as we go along, we'll see more of it. Now they ask us 5s. What is 5s? Well, 5s will mean 5 times of s. So they want it as 5 times 25 times 10 cubed. And you put here 4, and this is 10 to the power minus 5. Now if you look at standard form, alright, if you look at chapter of indices, when you have am over an, if you remember this chapter, my dear friends, you take what? M minus n. And we also want to quickly jolt your memory. If you have a power, you just multiply them here. And if you have am times an, you add up the powers. Alright, please take note, my dear friends. These little things help. Now, when you put here 3 and minus 5, you look at it, you get 5 times 25 is 125 over a 4. And here when you take away up, take away the down. The 3 minus what? Minus 5. Minus minus becomes a plus. Now remember, I told you a shortcut. 125 divided by 4. What do you get? Look at it. 125, you divide by 4. Caterpillar division. Right, the magic. I told you the skill. Very fast without calculator. 3 4s go in. For 5, you get a 1. One set of 4 can go in. The remainder is a 1. 10, you get a 2. That's an 8. The remainder is a 2 again. You get 31.25 times 10 to the power of 8. Is this standard form? Nope, because it exceeds 10. So when you want to make it a standard form, you get 3.125 and you push here the 1 times 10. Alright, this number is times 10 to the power 8. You get 10 to the power of 9. That's your 5s. Alright, well, this is 3 decimal place. Standard form, 3 decimal place. And how many significant figures are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 significant figures. Alright? Now, very quick general revision on significant figures. Now, when you have the word significant figures here, alright, it means that if you have like 3,000, look at this number 3,000. If I said A is the nearest 1,000, 3,000, that's called one significant figure. Alright? And if I said it was the nearest 100, 100 is here, there's 2 significant figures. Or if you said the nearest 10, this is round to put the nearest 10, that means it's 3 significant figures. And if I said it's the nearest ones, that is 4 significant figure. Now for significant figure, for example, if I give you 3,000.4, the nearest ones, this 4 is less than 5. Nearest 1, you get 3,000 because it's less than 5. And that's called 4 significant figure. Alright? If I said the nearest 1,000, that means you look at 3, that is 3,000, that is 1 SF. Alright, we'll have more of it, such practices, to get you familiar. But let me tell you, in significant figures, like a number like this, 7.23, I can tell you that this 0 is significant. Alright? Okay, so 7.023 means it is. There is 4 significant figures, 3 decimal place, yep. Alright? But if I have 0.00723, alright, this is 4SF. This is just showing you, the zeros there are showing you a place value. Alright, it's 10, 100, 1,000, 1,000. So this is 3SF. But if I have a number like this, 0.0007023. Now, this 0 is counted as significant. So these are just place values. So this is 4SF. Take note of it. Alright? Now, so I hope you can take note and we can move on from there. So this is your 5SF. Now let me clean up the board here as we go on to the next sum. Now if they want it in ordinary notation, alright? They want it in ordinary notation. You got to express it all the way. It's 10 to the power 9. You shift. You see 10 to the power 9. 10 to the power 6 is already million. Right? 10 to the power 9 is going into a billion. And 10 to the power 9 is a billion. So you move 9 times. So this in ordinary notation will be 3125. You already moved 3 places here. And another 6 more zeros. So you can see that this is a huge number in ordinary notation. This answer is for part A and this is for part B. You can look 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this is already telling you what it's about. It's 3,125 million. 3,125 because the 6 zeros tell us million. Alright? Or you can say 3,125 million. Alright? You look at that. It's huge. Now let's look at the next sum. square root s. How do you do it? I don't feel like cleaning this sum. I like this pattern, but I hope you've recorded it. It's a beautiful sum. All right, to start, I like this. Oh, wow. It hurts, you know, sometimes. So you feel like a professor when you do sums like that. Wow, it's a nice feeling to boost your morale, all right, in maths, to make it a joyful experience. All right, let's get that going, and I'm going to clean this better with another lovely duster that takes off all this dustiness. Sometimes, how do you clean rooms? Do you clean your house? What do you use? Or you just what? Push everything? Do you have a waste paper basket in your room? Do you do your bed? No? Naughty boy, naughty girl. What do you do at home? You got a maid? Haha, you're rich, are you? But let's be independent, all right? And you do CIP in school. Oh my God, that's an irony. CIP, Community Involvement Program. When you can, they say what? It starts from the home. So let's work from the home. Let's manage our rooms, keep our rooms clean, keep our house clean, help mommy to do the kitchen up, help daddy with the gardening, whatever you can do at the same time study. And then mommy and daddy will be very happy with you, and they will give you what you want to some extent. Okay, now let's get back. Part 2, Kumar. Yep, part 2, square root s. Now what is s? Alright, we gotta write down, hey, square root s, this is s, and this is s. 10 to the power minus 5 times 10 to the power 3, and we put a square root over it. Wow. So when you do a square root of a 25, let's take note that when you have a number class in square root, like 4 times 9 times 47, you can break them up, 49, sorry. You can break them up, square root 4, square root 9, square root 49. Alright, you can break them up 2 times 3 times 7. And you get this wonderful answer, 6 times 7, 42. Now this is a square root thing. Good to know, good tips. But if we put a plus, 4 plus 9, and then you put a minus, 4 plus 9 minus 3. Alright? So you said, teacher said can do all this, so I also want to do it. Square root 4 plus square root 9 minus square root 3. Let's see what you get. What is 4 plus 9? 13. 13 take away 3, 10. A square root of 10 would give you approximately 3 point something, right? Because square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 10 is 3 point something. Let's see this absurd answer. 2 plus 9, square root of 9 is 3, minus square root of 3. Look at it, you get 5 minus this. You get, it's not the right answer. Alright, you can test it. So this is not right for plus and minus. But for divide, you can. Like if I give you a square root 9 over square root 144, you can say square root 9 divided by square root 144, which is square root of 9 is 3, square root of 144 is 12, and you can see that 3 over 12 is 1/4. So these are little tricks that goes a long way in knowing it. Yep, a good duster. Clean this choke. And look at it again. We can split. And we said, hey, square root of 25 will be, we can split this square root 25. We can split the square root 4. These two, 10 minus 3 minus 5 is 10 to the power of 8. We can find the square root of this. So what do we get? Square root of 25 is a 5. Square root of 4 is a 2. For powered functions, we divide the power by 2. When we say square root of 10 to the power of 8, it means 10 to the power of 8. Square root means what? You're multiplying by half. So 8 times half is 4. So the square root of this answer is 10 to the power of 4. And this gives us 2.5 times 10 to the power of 4. This answer is in standard form. Alright, standard form. Well, because your answer here is between 1 to 10. But if I want it in ordinary notation, 10 to the power 4, I shift how many times? 4 times. 1, alright, and then I put 2 more zeros, 3 more zeros, and what I get is 25,000. That's ordinary, O-N, not honor. What does it mean? Ordinary notation. That means they want to see the value of it. What is it? Sometimes people can't see the value here. So in ordinary notation, you really see it like that. But it becomes sometimes so complex, so difficult to read. It may miss a zero. So a standard form is a better way, a condensed way of writing, putting it in a better way. Okay? Now let's look at t squared. How do we find t squared? And how do we find, alright, in standard form and in ordinary notation? Look at that very clearly. I'm going to squeeze this. Part 3, t squared. Hey, sorry, it's supposed to be s squared, not t squared, sorry. It's s squared, alright? T is nowhere there, sorry about that. S squared. So how do we find s squared? The square of the number. So, well, s is this given number, s, and you want to square it up. So look at s again. S is equals to 25 times 10 to the power 3 over 4 times 10 to the power minus 5. And you want to square this up. So if you look at it, simplify first your s. This is 625 divided by 4 is actually 6 1/4. 6 1/4 times, look at that, because you know how I got that? 25 divided by 4, you can use your caterpillar division. Alright, you get 6.25. And here 10 to the power 3, 10 to the power minus 5, you get 10 to the power of 8. And you're going to square it. Now 6 1/4 is 25 over 4. Alright, I'm just going to go back again. And we're going to square this. And power. Remember the power is 1 times 2. Yep. 10 to the power 8 times 2, 16. Now 6 1/4. You look at the sum. If you need to use a calculator, you will definitely be allowed to use here. And if you're not sure, you can find the square of it by multiplying. So 25 squared is 625. 4 squared is 16 times 10 to the power of 16. I'm just choosing not to use a calculator. 25 squared, 625. 4 squared, 16. Use the caterpillar division. 625 divided by 16. Yep. You get 4 times is 64. 3 times is 48. 62, you're going to minus your 48. You get a 4, you get a 14. 145 and 145 9 times. Alright, 9 and 1 over 16. 9 times 16 is 144. Alright, carry the 1 here. Cannot. Carry the 10 here. 100. How many can go into it? You look at 16 times 6. Look at this, is 36. You get a 96. So you put a 6 here. Remainder is a 4. You can get a 2. Is 32. And here you get an 8. You get a 5. So wow. This whole 625 divided by 16 is 39.0625 times 10 to the power 16. You can, of course, do with the calculator, but I'm just showing you the power, not to be intimidated. 39 is 3.90625. You push the 1 here because 39 want to be expressed in standard form. Times 10 to the power 16. Alright, here is 10 to the power 1 times 10 to the power 16 is 10 to the power of 17. Now this is in standard form, my dear friends. In ordinary notation, wow, it's going to be huge. And I suppose if you need to put in ordinary notation, you got to move. Look at here, 2, 4, 5. All right, you get 3, 9, 0, 6, 2, 5. You already moved 5 places. You got 17 here. You got to put how many more zeros? 12 zeros. So when you put here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you see? I just deliberately gave you this sum to show you that this is not easy to read as an ordinary notation. So it is best expressed as a standard form. Alright? So do y'all see? In ordinary notation, there's so many zeros you're going to put in, or if it's a very small number, it will not, ordinary notation may not be as good as standard form. Alright? So I hope you got a hang of it.